Chris Ellen, professional sensualist, a touch and intimacy coach. Today I'm going to talk about fat phobia. I've been witnessing a really interesting conversation online. I posted an article by someone who was looking at different physical body shapes and how we address them as goddesses. One particular body shape that was very muscular, lean, contortioned in a certain way, and how these were considered goddess types. And in the group that I'm watching this discussion in, I brought up this piece for discussion because in our society, in the American media, we see how a specific body type is the norm. And now I do recognize and do acknowledge slowly we're starting to see different body types. We're starting to see bigger women. We're starting to see natural sized women. And I also acknowledge in Hollywood, in supermodel status, in people who are put on pedestals for appearance, they're not the average American body image. So when we as consumers see the media, we see this picture over and over again. And this picture might be different than our own bodies. My body has fat. I acknowledge that I have fat on my body. This is part of a feminine curvature. There's a lot of different reasons why there's fat on my body. And that constant image barraging of seeing myself other than the constant media stream is really saddening. And I just look at the statistics for young women and for older women and women in general who are trying to change their bodies because they see themselves as not perfect as they are. And now there's a difference between not acknowledging the healthiness of your body, not acknowledging how we eat unconsciously. I definitely have a shadow around overeating. I have a shadow around emotional eating. These are parts of myself which I'm getting to know. And in that process of learning who I am and how I have a relationship with food, I empower myself to choose my relationship to what I eat. So when I go for that cookie because I'm feeling sad and lonely, I understand that it's a choice because I'm feeling sad and lonely. So when I'm empowered to do something about being sad and lonely, instead of reaching for the cookie, then that's a different altering of the pattern. Because for me, it has become habitual. And I watch this, my observer, the person in the back of my head, being like, oh, hey, you're feeling sad and lonely. And look, you're trying to feed your sad and loneliness. I acknowledge that. And I don't judge myself for my weight. So it's a continual process. And I know we're all doing our best. And I know we all have challenges. I know that people with different body types have different challenges. So for me, it's important to have this conversation and to speak about it. Fat phobia in our culture is prevalent. Fat people are people too. We are another aspect of the divine. And so when you see someone who might be looking different than you or looking similar to you, excuse me, love them. Don't judge them. Be with them and be like, look at that divine, beautiful person who showed up and having their journey. Because we all have different journeys. We all came from different places. We all have different stories running around in our heads. And really, it's about being together as people and seeing each other as beautiful. That really touches my heart about the spiritual journey. So, let's create a less fat-phobic world. Let's acknowledge that we all have our challenges. Let's look at our lifestyles and create a conscious choice to what works for us. And let's love ourselves first and not see ourselves as different than the images in the media. Let's see a representative mixture of people represented all over the spectrum, because we are human beings and we can love each other. This is Chris Allen, professional sensualist, a touch and intimacy coach, looking at fat phobia and inner compassion. May you enjoy yourself in this physical body. May you know you're perfect and loved in every way. Thank you for being here. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.